is my last class for my shift, actually.
Okay, then you're going to bed.
Yes, but it's technically 11 a.m. here on my end, so
I
maybe eat
know.
lunch.
I know, but you've been up all night, haven't you?
Yes, my shift starts at 4 a.m. Not
Not so.
that
Okay.
not not so
Sorry,
bad.
guys. Michael, you are good to go. I'm leaving you guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Okay, thanks, Harry. Cheers, man.
Thank you, Harry. Michael, I'll be your TA for today. If you could make me a co-host, please.
I've made you a co-host.
Thank you. Also, just click on the record button now. I'll just press pause and I'll
Okay.
make sure to click start once we start the lesson in this session.
Okay, here we are.
Okay, just first to not to forget.
Okay, you've done it. You've paused it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I wonder if they've sorted out where all my recordings go to.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't come back and questioned me anymore because they couldn't find them. I mean, they were there in the cloud, on the Zoom cloud, but I had to always send them a link. And I guess they found them now, and that's why they don't ask me anymore.
Okay, but I guess you know where the files are. I mean the recordings are in your computer. Do you want me to? Okay, thank you.
No, I know where they are. No, I know where they are. Because I listened to a lot of them just to pick up some sort of how I can improve myself. So I do
Okay.
to them and jump around. So I know where they are, and I know they've been recorded. But there was a time when Get Set Up couldn't find them. Whoever was sending to customers, they send them the link, and but I think they probably reprogrammed it now so that it comes to them, I'm sure. Otherwise, they still be asked. So,
okay.
So Pinterest, you've been on a Pinterest, haven't you, before with me?
Yes, this is my fourth because I keep notes on everything. Yes.
Oh, do you? Yeah.
But it's different every time since you know the students sometimes ask for different questions, so it's a different like session every time.
But it's also different for me as a presenter because you know, I have different frames of mind at different days, and I usually, with things like Pinterest and others, Facebook and Instagram, I sort of just, you know, I'm not following specific notes, and so, you know, I just take it as it comes. And as you rightly say, a question might take me off in another direction, and so then I answer differently. I try to satisfy people's needs in that particular class. So, you know, if, I find that, well, with Instagram, you have to have an account, but with YouTube, you don't have to. And so I find out who's who in their experience, and then I try and tailor the class as we go along to them. It makes it more fun for me and more exciting for me if I don't just repeat the same thing over and over.
Yes. Are you planning to teach a class, advanced classes in the future?
And then stop it. What do you say? Sorry.
I mean, are you planning to teach advanced classes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, definitely. I'm already starting. From the 1st of May, I'm going to do a series of 5 business classes. And, you know, I've been doing the one now for perhaps 2 months, is how to find your own idea for a business. And then we've been moving. I'm now designing. I've sent 2 and 3 are in, so I've still got to just do 4 and 5. So yeah, I do that. Then I'm going to do an advanced Instagram business, and that would also be exciting. And microgreens I really enjoy because I grow it, and that also I tend to, feed my experience. It doesn't get to an advanced level, I don't think. I don't think there is an advanced level, actually, of grain green. But definitely, I want to give up all the introduction ones. I've already told Deval that I want to give up the introductions. So she'll phase some out, I'm sure, now in May, and then phase some more out, and they'll be replaced with all sorts of things. I'm going to be doing, Google, Google Earth from space.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and I'm going to do a Google under the sea as well. And so those will all be fun and so on.
But some folks would still ask for the introduction classes because because I keep track of your students. Actually, I see a lot of students repeating the lessons, like from time to time, like, oh, he's here again, like Scott, I think, or Bob. Yeah. They wanted to learn more and more.
One person commented about accents on guides from outside of North America that they get. And anyway, I've got a bit of a frog in my throat. I think I must just have some water before we start. Got a little scratch in my throat. I guess guides talk so much. You keep your voice.
Okay.
Yeah, thank
you.
Hello, Susanna. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Hey, welcome to the class.
Thank you.
What part of the world are you from?
Me? I am from Peru.
From where?
Peru.
Peru?
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. What time? I've never had anybody from Peru. So what time is it in Peru now?
It's today. It's 10 o'clock.
10 in the morning
PM.
or the
PM? Yes, tonight.
PM. Okay, PM. Okay. I'm 11 o'clock AM.
Where are you?
I'm in Perth, Western Australia.
Oh my God.
So really international. Man. Yeah. So that's interesting. How did you find out about Get Set Up?
About this class?
No, just Get Set Up as a company.
Oh.
How did you find out about Get Set Up? Have you been attending a lot of classes?
Oh yes, yeah, I took a few ones, and they're very helpful.
Okay.
But this is too late.
Yes.
I am with my pajama, that's why.
Well, there are classes all hours now, but this
that's good.
This one is late. Yeah. And next week it might be a bit earlier. Okay. But yeah. So Sue, welcome. We got Susanna from Peru, and Sue, I think you're from North America, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So we've got quite a stretch on the continent. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're just waiting to see if anybody else is going to arrive, and before we kick off with Pinterest. But tell me, Susanna, what is your interest in Pinterest? Why are you staying up so late to be part of this class?
Okay. I am doing my homework. I am learning French.
Okay.
And I have to do the homework.
Okay. So
and
that's
besides,
why
I want to go in. I never could enter to that printer on the internet because I didn't know how to enter.
Okay.
That's the reason that I am waiting late.
Okay. But do you know, are you on Pinterest? Do you have an account on Pinterest?
No, I don't know. I have to have an account. I didn't know that.
Yeah, yes. But it's free. It's free. The account is free. But I'll tell you that as we go through, because this is an introductory course, so we go through all the basics.
Very good. Thank you.
Yeah, no, that's fine. And Sue, do you have a Pinterest account?
You know what? I set it up a while ago. I mean, it had to be, 2 years ago or more. And then I didn't really use it, just because it was just something to, like more of a hobby, something, you know what I mean? With my work schedule, I had a limit what I was doing, but now that I have time, I wanted to, go back in, and I'm assuming I could just change my password like anything else, and get the account back, or because it seems like it's something that isn't as complex to use, I don't think. And it has a lot of kind of neat things in there.
Right. Yeah, it is. I use Pinterest, and you'll see when we go live, I'll show you. I'll use my Pinterest account, but just as an example, so that we can cover all bases. So it's I found it a great place to store things and so on. But before we go on, I just want to introduce you to Kim. Kim is our technical support, and she'll be with us in the class today. So if you have any issues with your video camera or with your microphone, or you just have a general question about Get Set Up, she will see that you get an answer. And so, Kim, it's great to have you in class. So welcome, and thank you for being here.
Hello, guys. Thank you, Mike.
Hello, Kim.
Hi, Kim.
Okay, so that's Kim. What I'm going to do, we're going to work through some slides first to cover the introduction for both of you, because although you've got an account, Sue, I think there are some basics that we need to do. Then we'll go live. Okay, so please leave your microphones on like they are now, and you can just ask questions. All right, and I appreciate, Sue, that you leave your video on, because then I can at least talk to you. So, Susanna, if you have a video, please feel free.
No, I am in pajama. I can do that.
Okay, that's fine.
Sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. All right. So let me share a portion of my screen, and then we'll do some slides first. Okay. So can you see my slides?
Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Great. Thank you. So first, as is customary, I introduce myself, and I've already told you, Suzanne, that I live in Western Australia, in Perth. And Sue, I told you in my last class. Okay.
Not too long ago.
Yeah, that's right. So I won't repeat myself, but Susanna, I basically a business person. I've always been in business all my life, and I've just started a new career at 72 with Get Set Up, and I hope to have continue the career for 30 years. So,
You will.
Thank you. And yeah, I enjoy gardening. I enjoy microgreens. I grow microgreens, and I give a class on microgreens. And so yeah, I fiddle. I really enjoy researching and writing. That's very important for me. Okay, you will find me just sipping some water as we go through the class, because I've got a little scratch in my throat, and so I want to make sure that I don't interfere with my talking for too much. Okay, so Pinterest is really a fun place, okay? And you store things on Pinterest that you want to keep. And I call it, Susanna, and you don't need to tell me, but I don't know how old you are, but Sue and I were talking at a previous class, and that is that the interesting thing for older people is that, you know, when we grew up, we had what we used to call a scrapbook. Okay. And, you know, we would tear out pages out of magazines and put it in our scrapbook. And we'd tear out newspaper cuttings or recipes and put them in the scrapbook. And if you were clever, you might have had more than one scrapbook and for different things. So you might have had a scrapbook for gardening and a scrapbook for cooking. And now I see Pinterest as a digital scrapbook. Okay.
Mhm.
And that to me is a little like, that sums it up. That's what Pinterest is about. So if you've got hobbies or business likes or whatever, then you could put them and store ideas onto this digital scrapbook. Okay. So, you know, we also used to pin things on the, not pin things, put magnets, put things on the fridge and so on. But here in Pinterest, you actually pin things of your interest into this digital scrapbook called Pinterest. So, and it really comes in handy. So I urge you to try it. You do have to have an account. The account is free. But it needs you to at least give some basic information so that you have access to everybody else's public pins and boards, okay, and points of interest, okay. So what you can see on the screen, we'll be covering that, but we will be covering more, okay. I know, Susanna, you're absolutely new to it, but Sue, it'll start coming back to you. You're not that new, okay. And so Pinterest themselves call themselves a visual discovery engine for finding ideas. That's what they call themselves. And so we'll go through it. And to create an account, you go to Pinterest.com.
One second. Pinterest.com.
Pinterest.com.
Okay.
Okay. Then it obviously won't allow you in because you don't have an account, and it'll ask you to create an account. And then as soon as you do that, what comes up on the screen is what you will find. Okay. It'll say, welcome to Pinterest. Please give me your email address and your age, and then continue. And then you will land up with a few other simple questions to answer. Okay.
Very well.
Like your language and your where you're living, and then when you've done all that,
yes,
and click submit, a similar screen to this will come up. Now the reason for this, Susanna,
yes,
is that Pinterest now needs to know a little bit about your interests, so it can help you start searching. So as you can see here, there are a whole lot of different categories, from easy meals on the top left there, you know, to exercises, to just quotes, and makeup on the extreme right top, and women's fashions and health and food and drink and all that. It just wants to know, basically, broadly, are you interested in any of those? Okay, and you must click at least one. Okay, it then starts you off. Okay, so you can click them all if you want to, but stick with what your interest is. So all it'll want you to do is to select from this particular list, and then you now have an account. Okay.
Very well.
Okay, so what we'll be doing, I'll be showing you on slides what the next step is, and you need your digital scrapbook, your Pinterest. Okay, you need to have at least a one board. Okay, a board is things that categorize your interest under you. Okay, and I'll show you when I show you mine live. You will see that. So in this here, it says when you want to pin something, Okay, let's say you see that picture there on the left or in the middle of the screen,
Yes.
and the save up there, you could be anywhere on the internet now, and you'll see that save comes up on just about all images on the internet, regardless of where they are. Okay, and then you click save, and then the image will be saved to your Pinterest. Okay,
Okay.
and so that becomes very interesting, and so you can collect from anywhere on the internet. Okay, so but the big idea is that you need to search for topics that interest you. Okay, and look for topics. Okay, and then when options come up, then you save what is called a pin. Okay, all it means is you're saving that image onto your Pinterest. They call it you pin. Okay, you pin in Pinterest. Okay, and then it'll ask you if you want to open a board as well, and I'll show you that too. Then you give the board names, you create a board, and you say, let's call it flowers, because you're now very interested in flowers. What are you interested in, Susanna?
I am interested in cleaning products and in cooking.
Okay, cleaning products and cooking. Okay,
Yes.
so maybe your first board would be cleaning products. Okay, you would just type in cleaning products, and you would have a board. Just look at that. Look at the one that's on the slide. This is not house cleaning.
Oh, yeah, house cleaning. Okay, it's there. Okay.
Isn't that a coincidence?
Yes.
Okay. But we'll go. So you would create a board that is cooking and house and cleaning. Okay, and we'll create some in a minute, and we'll have a look. And so you would then start seeing images like you see now when you go into your Pinterest. And but let's not get into too much detail, because I want to now go live. So I'm now clicking. Can you see my Pinterest account there?
Yes.
Okay, thanks, Suzanne. That's great. All right. So now your account will be the same. You can choose to have a picture of yourself, or if you don't, your name will go up there, or your initials will go up there. Okay. Yeah, my throat gets better before the end of the class. Yeah. So, okay. This is now my home page. And I have got sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boards on my homepage. Now, often people have 50 boards. You're not limited to the number of boards that you can have, and they'll be free. Okay, but the idea is to ensure that that your interest boards. Okay, so. Anyway, my wife is just getting me a lozenge so that I can suck it. So please excuse me while we continue.
No worries.
Thank you for that. Okay. All right. So we are on my board. So what we want to do now is perhaps, and you've created a board, and there are two things that you can do. Well, there are many things, but there are two things that are fundamental to Pinterest. And that is, you can follow other people, or you can pin things from at random, anything, in order to pin them onto your board. So what I'm going to do to start with, because you've now opened your homepage, you've got a homepage, you've got nothing on it. Okay. Yes. You can now go to the top and click. You see on the top left-hand side, you see home.
Yes.
So you click on home, and based on what you selected when you signed up, and remember I showed you those pictures, it will now give you suggestions. Okay, and as soon as you create your first board called cooking or called cleaning, it will also give you suggestions of people to follow. So let's have, now this of course is based on mine. Let's just at random take the first one. Now, these are suggestions by Pinterest. So I put my cursor over the first one on the left, and I have options now open to me. If I click, it's suggesting, you see a down arrow. I've got a board called self-health care. Okay. So if I wanted this to go to self-health care, I would select that. And let me go down. It shows the other boards that I have. And
but I'm sorry. You said Coffee with Michael. This is a board.
yes, it is. Coffee with Michael is a board that I put up, and it's just, and I'll show you what it is.
Oh,
You
okay.
can put up, you can name any board anything. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me just show you now by clicking on self-health care, and I've now saved this one to self-health care, this particular board. And it fits in with that because it's showing healthy foods. And so that's how you would now save a pin to your profile page. And if you've got a board, it will save it to that board. Otherwise, it'll just be under your picture, your profile. So with going under home, you then move down. And remember, it's showing options for me because of my interests, the things that I like, the things that I click on, the things that I save, more and more, it will take this home page and make suggestions based on that. But you can, and I'll show you towards the end of the class, how you can change what is actually shown on this home page. You can take things out and not necessarily. So let's just, my cursor stopped on this one here, it's gone dark. So I just click on the middle of it, of the image, and now it brings up the person who posted that pin, that image.
Okay.
Okay. Now you have got various options, as you can see here. You can page down and you can see similar pins to this one, but let's stay with this one because I want to show you what you can do here. If you look at right up the top, you see they've got their website address. Now, if you click on that, it'll immediately take you off Pinterest to that particular website. Okay, so people looking and finding interest in this, you will now find their actual website because, you know, perhaps they want to sell you something, or you can get more information. Okay, but we want to go back to Pinterest, so we're back to this particular channel, and now we've got an option to save it. So we can save it there. All you do is click save, nothing more than that. Okay, and I've saved it. It defaulted to about business, so I'm quite happy about that, and it's defaulted to there. So that's what you would find if you just click on the name of the person. It also takes you, so they've now made their name also appropriate for channel. So all of that is appropriate for channel. If you click
and maybe you're going to get to this, but I guess I don't really, like, how do you know that you want to save that? Like, all I see is like a list. Is that all it is? Is there
No.
more to it than just what I'm seeing?
Yes, there's a lot
here?
more to it. I will take you through the whole lot. The idea is to click on and save what is your interest. Okay, you must be clear when you start on Pinterest. Is like Susanna, you know, she's clear that cleaning and cooking are two areas. Now there's virtually nothing you won't be able to find on the, you know, under Pinterest because of its vast membership and for cooking. And in fact, there'll be so much about cooking, you'll have to have subcategories under cooking. you might have, cooking vegetables or cooking meat or cooking pork or whatever. Okay. But I'll show you some of those. So anyway, what I wanted to show you here, that up arrow with
Yes.
a blue circle at the top, you can send that link to somebody else. Okay. So you've got this link, you think, oh, my friend just loves, this particular information. So let me send the link to them.
Okay.
So that's what you would do. And you would just click the person that you want. And you do that. You can also, if you click the 3 buttons, you can download the image. Okay. And that sometimes is handy. I use that because I'm looking for images to put on my slides for get set up classes and so on. And I would then save those under a particular. And so just going back, this is where we found it, under home. And we had, all these options of doing these various things.
Excuse me, Michael. It means when you save all this is going to appear like it is right here.
Yes. Okay. Now, I didn't show you. Let me just show you what I've done here. I clicked on old timers. Okay, there was okay, now it's changed there when I gone back to it. But anyway, there was a link underneath one of these. And I clicked on that now. There it was. There it is there. Okay, I clicked on that, and that is a website. So you can now, if you're interested in what that image portrays, not only can you click on the image and see what we saw a moment ago, but you can also click on the website, and up comes, importance of.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Brains and nuts for old timers. Nuts are terribly important, or really important. The ingredients in nuts for avoiding old timers. There's a healthy fats in nuts that are very important. So this person obviously wants to sell you some of the things that you see, as well as give you information. So you can jump from Pinterest to that outside of Pinterest. All right.
How do you know it's safe to click on all these websites?
It's a very good question, that, Sue. You don't know that it's safe, okay? So you've always got to keep yourself safe, okay? So you've got to, on your computer, have your own antivirus and keep it up to date. And there are free antiviruses like AVG that really are good. So that's how you keep yourself safe, because there's no guarantee that something is going to be safe or not, okay? So I would say keep yourself safe and then have no fear. Okay. If you focus on the worst situation, you might just attract it. So it really becomes an issue afterwards. All right. So I've been taking you. This is how you can find things that the artificial intelligence wants you. They can be videos. They can be, it's just every sort of information. And so you can click on any of them, and you can get. Now, some of them, like this one that I've clicked on now, 12 questions to ask before you create a video, you can now think, this interests me, but there's nothing to post. You don't want to post it. You now have the option down here in the middle on the right to follow that person. So you click on follow, and it changes to following. Okay. So now I'm going to get information in my home page whenever they post something new based on what you see in front of you now.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay. So you would get their information on a regular basis.
Follow up.
Yeah, follow up. They will, yeah. So Instagram's artificial intelligence will keep on sending you this and also similar things based on video marketing ideas. Okay. And now, as it happens, I haven't seen this, and I clicked on this at random, but it interests me. So I'm happy to leave it. If I didn't want to follow anymore, I would click on it and then click again, and the following comes off. So, Sue, if you go back on maybe some years ago where you put some stuff on, you can now, find yourself stop following them by clicking on them and stop and just clicking the following button again. But I do want this. I'm going to save it under About Business as well.
Uh-huh.
So I've now saved it as a pin so that I can go back to their website in the future, and also see in the future new stuff that they're bringing up, new content that they're bringing up. Okay. And but if I wanted to go now, as you know, I've showed you, I can click on their website there on the top of the page, and I could go there and start learning something immediately about video marketing ideas.
Mhm.
So, and that goes with cooking. We've got recipes and things like that. Okay, we've done enough now on this.
Excuse me, I have a question.
Yes.
If I want to delete that, for example, I am not interested anymore
Yes.
in that pin, how I will delete it?
It's very easy. Okay, when one of their options come up, you can click on it, and then it will allow you to stop following. Okay, if you click the following, but I will show you it a little later in the class as well, because that becomes important. Okay. Because there are things that you don't want. But it just deletes. You can delete the pin at any time, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. But that's how you follow somebody that you are interested in. All right.
I'm sorry, another thing, otherwise I will lose. Then on the 3 point, there was a few options. Could you explain, please, what are the options? On the 3 point.
Oh, under the 3. Okay, well, let's just, you're talking about those 3?
Yes, exactly, right.
Okay. The main reason here is that you can download this image, okay? If you want this onto your device, you can download it, okay? And you can also decide to hide the pin, okay? You're not unpinning, you just want to hide it. So that otherwise, if it's a pin that upsets you, you can report the pin to the authorities. Okay. The main thing here is to download, okay? And remember that one there is to send this link to somebody else.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, on the right part of the home page, there is what they call Today, which is daily inspiration of the AI just gives you the latest. You can see there, although this isn't your date, I'm sure we're a day ahead of you. Okay.
Oh, yes.
So we're in the morning. So you're still on the 27th. So here's what they think will be inspirational for me, okay, based on the things that I've been interacting with on Instagram, on Pinterest, sorry. And so there's some recipes and so on and so on. And any one of these, you can click on exactly like we did before, and we can have a look at it. And we have the option to share this or to have a look at some of the other options. There's a nice little garden. So this is this person's home page, okay? And so here are the other pictures from that particular home page. I mean, isn't that beautiful? And you click on it, and it becomes backyard design ideas. Beautiful.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So again, you see, you can save it or you can follow it. I was looking, because I was at some stage just a couple of months ago redesigning my front garden, which is almost like a back garden, small little garden. And so I was searching for ideas and paving and plants and things. And so that's why I did. Now I'm finished with it. I've already started yesterday going back and deleting some of those things because I don't want them anymore. So that's if you click on to the right of today at the top. Now these are, and this is one of your questions, okay, is these are things that, or pins that I am following in boards that I am following, okay. You know, I haven't necessarily saved anything from them, okay. I've clicked the three little dots at the bottom, and Suzanne, you asked for this, and I said I was coming to it. There you click on those three dots and it says unfollow this particular. So I don't want to follow it anymore. I click unfollow, and so it tells me, okay, you've unfollowed Karen Progar, and you won't see pins. They save in future.
Okay.
Okay. So now I want to bring the search right on the top, big search. So I want to show you, let's just search for Suzanne's cooking, okay? Now, immediately it defaults to some ideas, cooking recipes, aesthetics, videos, gadgets, tips, ideas for dinner, easy recipes. You see there are a lot. So if you've got a specific idea, do you have a specific idea with cooking? What?
I would like to know different forms for salmon, the fish. Salmon. Yeah, please.
There we are, and it comes up without even me finished. There you are, cooking salmon. So you click on that. Now,
that's why I wanted to see. Look at that. Yes.
Yeah, just look at that. There's a lot. You scroll down, and I love salmon. And,
I love it.
Yeah, my wife's got a really special way of cooking it, and it's beautiful. Okay. Yeah, just seeing it. That's only halfway down, you know, all the options. So, and it will throw in some other odds and ends, particularly from people who are paying for adverts. You know, they creep in. So it wouldn't be 100% that you see here salmon. There'd be an odd advert here and there too. Okay, but that's why that's there. So don't worry about it. I mean, what has this got to do with salmon cooking? So it's clearly an advert. You can't see it's an advert. It doesn't tell you it's an advert. Everyone, this one is promoted by somebody else, but it's got nothing to do with salmon. Okay, so that would be cooking salmon. You know, you could have a board, you know, with salmon, and you could then pin any one of these on your board. Okay. And then you've got a reference. This is a reference. Now, you can always go back to it in 6 months' time, and it'll be there, and you click and get the. So let's go to your other idea was cleaning. Any specific cleaning?
Cleaning good.
Goods.
WOOD.
Thank you. Cleaning wood. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now immediately you've got wooden cabinets, wooden floors, wooden furniture. Okay. Which one interests you?
In furniture.
Sorry, which one?
Furniture.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. There we are. So now we've got the same thing as the salmon. You've got all sorts of options with oils and beeswax. And
yes, I see that. Oh my God, that's good. Now, if I wanted to save it, to ping, I just put save and I will have it.
Yeah. Then you've got it. It goes to your homepage straight away.
Yeah.
Okay. Even if you don't have a board, it will go straight underneath you. Okay.
Very well. Thank you.
So that's what you do. And I've showed you how to follow. You click on it. You don't want to save it. You want to follow it. But it's best to save it because you're now honing in. You're now finding exactly what you want.
Yes.
Otherwise, with following, you've got to wait for the next post, and it doesn't necessarily happen that quickly. But you do have a list. Don't forget here, as I showed you on the left of the venue, you can find the people that you are
This
following.
one, you see that they say that with vinegar, that's very good.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we use vinegar for a lot of things. To clean our kettle, the inside of our kettle, we use vinegar. It gets like a film with the ingredients that they put into the water, the drinking water, and so on. So yeah, vinegar for all. I put vinegar when a mosquito bites me. I put vinegar on, and it takes
Oh,
away
really?
takes away the itch. Yes, it takes away the itch. So it might be interesting here if we put in vinegar, maybe uses. Okay, here we are. So we've got options to choose from. Vinegar for cleaning. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So you just vinegar for health. So
yeah, I have a book of vinegar.
Okay, that's good. Well, there we are.
Yes, they use it for many things. It's very good vinegar.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. Okay, and I drink apple cider vinegar. So I don't know if they even put it on here. It's really
it's good for the cholesterol.
Yes, that's right. Apple. Let me see if it comes up now.
It's apple cider vinegar for weight loss.
Yeah, for weight loss to right. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or benefits, apple cider. Well, yeah, apple cider vinegar drink.
There we are. You see, so there are options for weight loss, for benefits, vinegar drink, vinegar for hair, for dressing. So there's nothing you can't search for. Pinterest is amazing with what you can get. You've just got to keep going. Just take, for example, our conversation today in this class. We've now gone from, cleaning to apple cider vinegar benefits. Okay.
Yeah.
So you just move and you evolve with this, and it's just I want to come back to this because I've never searched on Pinterest for apple cider vinegar. I just have done it myself, and just look at that. There are 19 health benefits of apple cider vinegar according to this particular post.
Yes, it's very good. Yes, natural.
So you click following. So I'll get some more posts from them, and I'm going to click under my self-health. I'm going to click saved. Okay. All right. So that's how you search. You search up here, and you get anything you like. And so now I'm going to move to the right of the search. You see the bell at the top.
Yes.
What the bell is that the artificial intelligence of Pinterest is giving you an update now. And it's telling you that there are 18 more pins for your about business. So these are people that I'm following, or I've pinned some boards. There are 18 more from those sources. Okay. You can see what Slick Garden and 10 others found in food, drink. Okay, also something that I followed. So this kind of gives you an update. So any one of these, it even tells you that this person that I'm following, they followed Heidi, okay, with do-it-yourself decor. Okay, and so one can have a look and see what they do. And by clicking the three dots again, you asked us as well. There's another place, Susanna. You can updates there. Okay.
Yeah.
And you can also view notifications. How often you're getting noted, you can change it here. But we're getting into detail, and this is an introductory. So I'm going to just click unfollow because I don't want to follow that anymore. But okay, so that is what we were looking at, is those updates there. And so you would look there to also control what you've seen and to find more information about that you have followed, that you are following or you linked with. On the right of that, you see these three little dots in the circle. That clearly is if you want to send an email to somebody in your contacts. And you can now click on, you can search for somebody, and up will come that's all the Dons that you know if you're clicking it Don. So you search for the person you want to send a message to, and like any other app, you can then click, and now it's given a tick next to the person I selected, and down the bottom you can now type a message. Okay. But
So the message, like if you send a message to me, it's where do I find messages that
okay,
were sent to me?
these are messages going to your home. If you're using Gmail, it would go to Gmail.
Oh, okay. So it's to your
It's out
email.
of Pinterest. It's out of Pinterest. Yeah.
No, I
Okay.
see.
You don't
Yeah.
have to use Gmail though, right? You can use
No.
any email address. Okay.
Any at all. Okay. And you also, as part of your settings, you would need to give, if you want to, give Pinterest permission to access your contacts. Okay. And then this is where it'll come to. Okay.
Okay.
So, but you don't have to. You can just type in a person's address here if you want to not give access to them. So, anyway, I'm going to cancel because I don't want to send that message. Now, to the right of that, which we've already seen right at the beginning of the class, if you click on your picture, your profile picture, it brings you back to your home page, to your board, to your pins. Okay. And if you don't have a profile picture, then it'll be your initial, or part of your initial will be coming up there. And that's how you get back to your home page all the time. Now, if you want to create a new board, you go to your home page and you see the plus sign on the right. You click the plus sign and you go to, let's go to board. You want to, it says create a board, and now you give the board a name, whatever you want to call it. You might want to call it cooking salmon. Okay. Now you, at this stage, when you're creating a board, you may want to keep this board secret and only share it with specific people. Then you would click that and this board would become secret. Okay. And now you just click create. Okay. Now immediately Pinterest wants you to select some of pins. It's suggesting some pins based on the name of your board. Okay. So, you say, well, it just says save on the top right, and you just click save. You go to the next one. Do you want it? Yeah, just click save. Okay. Brown sugar, garlic fries. So, whoa. And all of them look at, you just click save. And then when you're finished, you click done at the bottom, and you've now created a board called Cooking Salmon. And this is now on my profile. Okay. Okay.
Now, Michael, I'm sorry. On the same board, you can create a file, like, for example, I want for salmon, I want for pork, or I want for something. I can create another file on the board.
Yeah.
For example, the board, I open a board, right?
Yes, you've opened the board. There it is.
Yeah. And on the board, I want to have different, like a file. Yes. Yes.
Okay. So what you do is, if you, let's say, you click on, no, that's for collaborators. I didn't want to do that. Sorry. You click on organize.
Organize. Right. Yes. Okay.
You click on organize. Yes. And now you've got various options. But what you might miss when you do that is on the bottom is you see these three little circles at the bottom. Okay?
Yes.
They're not very obvious, but you can now click the plus. Remember what the plus does? It gives you another board. Okay, so you can go and select that. You can select move these to another board down here, or you can put them in the rubbish bin and they're gone forever. So that's the options that you've got open to you, and that would bring you, and I'll just show you without having to do them all. Okay, You see now there's the cooking salmon with my other boards. Okay. Now I've got, this is under me and my various boards. So if I want to now click on this board and let's just click on it again. Okay. And you can click next to the name of the board, salmon. You can now, and this is what you're asking, okay, you can now merge. That's the key. You now merge this board with, and put it underneath one of your other boards, okay? So let's just say we're going to merge it with self-health care. So we click on that, and then we say done, okay? And now it disappears off here, okay? And it's now somewhere else under self-health care. So there's my self-help.
They are cooking salmon, right?
The cooking salmon. So now these are boards underneath self-help care. So these are like, you can almost call them an index. They are subfolders, they are sub-accounts underneath these, but they all fall under one category of self-help care.
Oh, I see.
Are you clear, or do you want me to go?
No, that's fine. Okay, now it means that, for example, in self-help care, you put all reference about the health. Could be cooking, could be herbs, could be vitamins or something like that. Or
fermented foods, you can see. Fermented food. I find that very healthy, okay? And I grow a lot of things in containers as well.
Now, okay.
Yeah. And
but here, okay. Now here is by alphabetic order, or no? Fermented food containing, no, it's not alphabetic.
If I click on that board, fermented foods, okay.
No, I would like to know if I can put this in alphabetic order.
Oh, no.
Because I am very organized, you see.
No,
I'm extremely organized. I like everything in order. Okay.
Yeah. I think the most important thing to start off with, because you're going to start off with, is to create the boards and then the boards under the boards. Okay.
Yes.
Like I've done there. Start there first. Okay. Because it's all about boards. Okay. And the pins you make under those boards. And so it's very important to, if you want to do a lot, then rather have a board under a board under a board. Okay. If you're talking about one board is salmon, and then salmon with, all these different cooks, and then maybe under salmon is a, I don't know, breeding salmon. Okay. So forth. So you'd have them all underneath each other in different boards rather than.
Oh, I see. Okay. Thank you. It's clear.
Okay,
thanks, Michael.
No, that's a pleasure, absolute pleasure. I enjoy the questions and the interaction. So here on the right is the drop-down little arrow. You click that. Now you can have more than one account. If you're going to have a business account, you can do that. I'm not going to talk about that because this is basic one account. But what I want to show you is if we go down from there, there's settings, and there's also tune your home feed. Okay, so the home feed, remember, is on the right top left-hand corner. There's home. Yes. You can say what you want and what you don't want coming in that home feed. So you might find things that really now you don't want them anymore. You can tune what's coming in there. So you'll also find that under settings. And we'll come back. You can see tune home feed is under settings. So you can edit your profile under settings. In other words, you can change your name, you can change your photograph, and you put a small amount about your profile. So then when people click on your homepage and want to see that you've said a few words about yourself, okay, and so that's an important aspect. You can change your account settings. And I was telling you about your home feed. You can also now, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 options of fine tuning your home feed. So first of all, just under history, you've got an option. The pins you look at today, just turn them all off. Don't let any of them come into my home feed. Okay, I've got that option. Okay, and what I looked at yesterday, you can say just click on turn off all of those. Okay, somebody sent me a card, and my daughter had a child the day before yesterday, and
Congratulations.
yeah, thank you, and yeah, I've got lots of children, and so you can now go through. Just this is like recent. You think, well, actually, why did I do that? Okay, and you just click turn off, and off they go, and so you go down. Now this is under the title we spoke about history. Now we can look at boards. Okay, so if you don't want things coming to your home feed from, let's say, your self-help board, okay, then you just click it, okay, and it's off, and nothing about self-help care will come under home feed, under the home, sorry. And so you can do that with all your own boards, okay. That gets locked in. Pinterest locks your likes in. You can't change that. So it uses the likes a lot. You can also do the same thing with topics, okay. I haven't been a great one with topics, organic gardening tips and kombucha. If you don't want that coming up, you just click remove. And then profiles of people that you've been following. And this is here again is under the setting. Remember on the top right, there, a little down, profiles, you can now edit who you follow. You can stop following. You see this got the word follow in there?
Yes.
If I click the word following, it stopped. I'm no longer following that person.
Right, yes.
And that's how you would do it. And you would go through and edit all these ones that you don't want to follow anymore. Okay. All right. So that's the settings that we were looking at, and your home feed tuning. And you can, yeah, there's the other things you can look at in more detail, which are not important for an introductory class, but that's where your settings are. So are there any sort of final questions that get clarity in your mind about using Pinterest?
If we want to open it, how we can do it?
You go to Pinterest.com.
It means I go in Google.
Yeah, you can Google it. Yeah, you just
Google it. Okay.
You just Google Pinterest.com. In fact, once you've opened an account and you use it quite often, I just have to start Googling PIN, and immediately Google fills the rest in, and I hit enter, and it takes me to my account because I don't close my account. Okay, I keep it. I'm logged into my account all the time, so it then comes up to the last page that was open on my account. Okay.
Okay, so, it means I go to Pinterest.com and okay, fantastic. Thank you.
That's Pinterest.com. That's all. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Michael, since I opened my account years and years ago, and I have no idea, like, I think part of it was I didn't know how to use it. So, I just kind of never really, looked into using it. I don't even remember how long ago it was, but I don't have any idea what I put in for my basic interests or, whatever.
Okay.
So how do I, like, if I'm going to go now and I want to see, like, because obviously what you put in your interests helps them to search. So I might be missing something because I didn't put in a certain interest, or, you know what I mean? Or a differently developed interest. So what would be the best way to do that?
Okay. What I would suggest is that you go to www.pinterest.com, okay, and enter it. Okay, if it recognizes that you have an account, it will take you into that account. Okay, and look what it says to the right of that particular screen when Pinterest.com comes up. Okay, and if it's asking you to create an account, then start from fresh. Okay,
that's what I'd like to do, but I don't know if it'll recognize.
Well, that's part of the looking. So if you then put in an email address, and it comes back to you and says, this email address is already registered. You say, yes, that's good. Okay. Then you click forgot password. Okay. And then it'll give you an option to change the password. All right. And then you put in a new password. But it might be an email that it doesn't recognize. And so you open a new account and you start afresh with a new email. And remember, you are allowed more than one account. And then once you're on Pinterest, you can go searching. Would you like us to search right now for something that's appropriate for you? What would you have?
Well, I guess my question is, what if it already has, if it says I already have an account and I'm just creating a new password, I have no idea what I put into my interests or whatever to begin with. So
doesn't
can I
matter.
change my interests, or do you know what I mean?
It doesn't matter what, whatever is there, you can delete. Okay.
Okay, so I would just delete and then, but there's no way to add what your interests are, that it figures out what your interests are once you start searching and pinning and.
Yeah, it's really about your interests. All that in Pinterest does is give you suggestions. So you delete everything and start your first board, and your first board based on your primary interest. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So all right. So let's. So I mean, what is your you know now what your primary interest is, or?
Well, yeah. I mean, some of them you hit on with a lot of the. But also another interest that that I have is astronomy.
Okay. Oh, lovely. Okay.
Yeah, and so that's was probably, like the recipes and all that will be interesting, but the one thing I really wanted to explore was what can I not astrology, astronomy.
Oh, astronomy. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, no, it's me.
Which is very different.
Oh, I know it is.
Yes, it is.
Okay, I just got to find. It's an M, isn't it? That's right.
NOMY.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Okay. So very interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's got great pictures on the aurora.
Yes, aren't they just?
No, I saw aurora in Alaska.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, beautiful.
Yeah, lovely. And apparently, and I haven't researched this, it's like a same thing, aurora southwest of Australia, southeast of Australia, that it also occurs, but I don't know about that. Just an Australian told me. They're beautiful.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen one. I haven't seen it in person. I would love to.
Yeah.
I was in Alaska, but not that far, not that at that point where I could, see it.
You have to be in certain time when it's cold. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's cold.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
It's
so that's
beautiful.
Yeah. Okay. Any other last minute questions?
Yes, please. The last question for me. When I receive my emails, they come ping, right? Now,
yes.
If I hit there, they can go to my account?
You're talking about in Get Set Up now?
No.
No, sorry.
On my email, on my regular email,
I
receive email from them.
Yes, from Pinterest.
Yes. Now, if I go there, how they know that I have an account there?
I'm not sure of your question. Who will know? Your Pinterest will know, or
okay,
or Gmail?
Okay, I receive an email from them, right? And I open.
So you get an email from Pinterest.
Yes, I open it, and if I like something there, I can click there.
Yes, if they put a link, a live link, Okay. There has to be a live link on your email. And then you click on that and it'll take you straight to that in Pinterest. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it's faster if I go to Google.
Yeah, I don't think one's faster than the other. As I said, once it knows you, you start typing PIN and it'll immediately recognize you, press enter,
Okay.
and it takes you there.
That's enough. Thank you so much, Michael.
It's a pleasure, man. It's an absolute pleasure. But I hope to see you guys in other classes, and so I'll send you an email after this class.
Okay.
And please see, if you don't receive the email, please, you'll see here, just go to help at getsetup.io. getsetup.io is our website, so just put help in front, help at, and they'll make sure that you get what you need to get. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was very helpful.
Yeah, it was very helpful. For me, it was like a new thing. Thank you again.
Oh, great. Thank you. So
Okay.
it was Peru, wasn't it, Susanna?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Good
Thank
night.
you very much.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Sue.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Thank
Susanna.
you.
Bye.